Bullish Polkadot, DAB, cost forecasts range somewhere in the range of $21.88 and $41.32 by 2030. Market experts accept spot could reach $17.01 by 2025. Bearish Polkadot market cost expectation for 2023 is $3.89. Polkadot, spot, presentation. A convention called Polkadot interfaces blockchains, empowering the exchange of riches and information between beforehand contradictory organizations like Ethereum and Bitcoin. Being adaptable and quick is likewise planned. The DAB digital money can be sold or bought on Coinbase and other trade stages and is utilized for marking and administration. Assuming you are hoping to put resources into Polkadot, the aid beneath could assist you with settling on your choice. What is Polkadot, DAB? In the same way as other post-Bitcoin cryptographic forms of money, Polkadot is a decentralized convention and a symbolic that can be exchanged or bought on trades like Coinbase. The Polkadot conventions are made to safely interface detached blockchains so information or worth can move between, for example, the Bitcoin and Ethereum blockchains, without requiring a mediator. Utilizing various equal blockchains, frequently known as parachains, which are utilized to offload the handling interest from the essential blockchain, it is additionally expected to be fast and versatile. Inside the Polkadot organization, the Polkadot tokens, spot, have two principal utilizes. Administration tokens, right off the bat, give proprietors a say in the convention's bearing. Besides, it is likewise used to stake through which the Polkadot network checks exchanges and produces another DAB. On trades like Coinbase, you can trade DAB under your growth strategy. Polkadot, SPEC, specialized examination. Exchanging a slipping triangle is an ordinary exchange arrangement. A breakout, which as a rule happens to the negative, ought to be expected in such a situation. For SPEC, when the cost dips under the basic $15 mark, it can flag a downtrend. Diving, a triangle design is the means by which the cost is at present exchanging. A breakout regularly occurs toward the latest thing. Most dealers will enter an exchange once the triangle's main concern is broken with more volume, so, all in all, the cost ought to fall by a sum comparing to the triangle's broadest part. Trend. All time spans are on a descending pattern, short, medium and long haul. MACD line. On the off chance that it keeps on remaining over the MACD signal line, bullish, the RSI ought to be under 50, assuming you are effective financial planning. OBV, on equilibrium volume. Level, implying that the volume on all over the place days is equivalent. Thus, purchaser and vendor interest and supply equilibrium might be seen. Polkadot central examination. A local cache of the Polkadot convention, which means to offer interoperability to the blockchain business by interfacing profits, public and confidential chains, and different advances in the crypto area into a solitary web, is Polkadot, DAB. Polkadot's improvement started in 2016, and the organization formally appeared in May 2020. One of its makers is the previous CTO of Ethereum, Gavin Wood. With so many blockchains competing for incomparability, Polkadot's group started with a clear theory. What might occur on the off chance that there was no obvious victor? To permit the numerous blockchains to coincide, Polkadot fostered an answer instead of joining the race. This is made conceivable by three significant variables. Polkadot handoff chain, which is vital to the Polkadot biological system. It joins all that while likewise giving security. Parachains, otherwise called equal chains, are independent, however connected to the handoff blockchains that might be leased by different tasks for use in their applications. Bridges that take into consideration availability with other blockchains. The Polkadot network is safeguarded by the Agreement Convention Designated Verification of Stake (NPS). This implies that the nominators should initially pick reliable validators. Our cost expectation estimates utilize continuous Polkadot, spot, market information, and all information is refreshed live on our site. This permits us to give dynamic cost forecasts in view of current market action. Polkadot, DAB, Value Expectation 2023. Polkadot, from certain perspectives, is one of the most astonishing digital currencies to rise this year, spot. The spec cost gauge for 2023 expects a critical expansion in the year's last part, conceivably coming to $7.29. Likewise with other digital currencies, the ascent will be steady, however no impressive drops are normal. Averaging $6.81 in cost is very aggressive, however it is achievable sooner rather than later given expected coordinated efforts and progressions. Spot is supposed to have a base worth of $5.83. Polkadot, spec, value expectation 2024. Of every 2024, Polkadot spot cost expectation has a lot of space for extension. Because of the expected declarations of various new associations and drives, we guess that the cost of SPEC will before long outperform $12.15. Notwithstanding, we ought to hold on to check whether the spot's overall strength record emerges from the oversold zone prior to putting down any bullish wagers. Taking into account the market unpredictability, SPEC will exchange with a base exchanging cost of $9.72 and a typical exchanging cost of $10.69. Polkadot, SPEC, value expectation 2025. Assuming the vertical pattern go on until 2025, it could reach $17.01 and spot might benefit. In the event that the market encounters a decay, the objective may not be met. Spot is supposed to exchange at a typical cost of $15.56 and a low of $14.58 in 2025. Polkadot, spot, value expectation 2026. Assuming that Polkadot effectively supports market opinion among cryptographic money fans, the DAB coin cost could stay stable for the following 5 years. As per our projections, spot will be green in 2026. The spot is supposed to reach and outperform its record-breaking high in 2026. In 2026, the virtual money will be valued at $21.88, with a base cost of $19.45 and a typical cost of $20.42. Polkadot, spot, value expectation 2027. After some broad gauging and specialized examination, we gauge the DAB cost is supposed to cross a normal value level of $25.28 by 2027, with a base cost of $24.31 anticipated before the year's end. Besides, spot has a greatest value worth of $26.74. Polkadot, DAB, value expectation 2028. Because representing things to come organizations that are supposed to occur by 2028, we are expecting that a bullish pattern will keep carrying the typical cost to around $30.14. In the event that spot figures out how to break the safe level in 2028, we could see a most extreme cost of $31.60. Neglecting to accumulate the help DAB needs by 2028 could bring about a low of $29.17. Polkadot, spot, value forecast 2029. While SPEC is endeavoring towards interoperability between organizations to rush communication, the bullish pattern from the earlier year is supposed to proceed. So the base exchange cost has been set at $34.03 and a yearly cost close above $36.46 in 2029. Polkadot, spot, value expectation 2030. By 2030, Polkadot will at last outperform its past ATH values and record new cost levels. The base cost could be $38.89 and possibly arrive at a most extreme value worth of $41.32, averaging out at $39.86.